Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am so excited to be here, and there's a lot of stuff around me right now. I've got my trampoline, all sorts of things all over the place. So I'm really getting into the Virgo new moon spirit right now and deeply reorganizing. And as doing that is in progress, everything gets pulled out and then reimagined and then put back into where it's meant to be. So in the process, it can get a little crazy for a minute. That's okay. So there's more to see than you would usually see. And hello to everyone who's logging on. I'm sorry I didn't give you advance notice. I'm really trying to be better about keeping these on a strict schedule, but it doesn't always happen that way. So I'm doing my best. Now, we're going to talk about the Virgo new moon. I'm a Virgo sun sign. For all you Virgos out there, you know this is a very special time because Virgo is a very interesting, almost contradictory energy. And this specific new moon really affirms all specific Virgo qualities. So it's a really interesting energy where you're both very meticulous, really a thought, mind-oriented person, perhaps, and then also very grounded in the earth, which can seem like it's at odds, right? Where you're both here and thinking, and then also in the earth. But in those contradictions is where the genius comes, because when you are both grounded in the ground and then very centered within yourself, amazing things can happen. Now, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this live. I want to make sure I'm actually looking at you. Maybe if I move this up a little bit. Sorry, this is a strange one. Okay, I think I got it. Now, we're going to get into all the things that you can do to capture the energy of this moon, which is so special. This moon is special because truly, just about every astrologer that I've seen or read has talked about everything excellent that's happening right now. Not only is this a new moon that is about upgrades and order and money and richness and expanding the love in your life and all those beautiful things, it's also this monumental push of energy, this huge momentum of Mars getting things done, like really getting things done. There's also strong Jupiter energy, which is expanding all the brilliance in your life. There's also really strong sense of Uranus, which is this instant manifestation, this Uranian instant surprises that are amazing. These are all positive things. So we've got great things dropping out of the blue. We've got great things that we're making happen. We've got a space in a life that's being upgraded in so many ways. And then there's this aspect of Earth. There's a lot of Earth in the chart of this new moon. And this theme of Earth and the power of nature to enhance your wellness, to enhance your life, to make things so much better is really in the spotlight. So let's go. There's a lot to do. The first thing about this moon that really speaks to me and that I think is so important right now is this emphasis on, before we go even into anything else, this emphasis on wellness, but personal wellness, wellness in a personal way. So a lot of the new advances in the new world we live in, we hear about all these incredible superfoods and these amazing supplements and these incredible things that we can do to follow some very special diet. And all of these things can be really helpful, even life-saving. But they can be applied in a very rigid, templated way where one thing is supposed to apply to everyone. If you're familiar with the Feng Shui I do, I don't believe that one thing applies to everyone ever. Even though all of Feng Shui is usually considered a bunch of rules, I don't believe in that at all. In the School of Intention, the Feng Shui training, we get into infinite possibility, creative awakening, and your intention, and becoming basically a manifesting magnet that brings your potential to life, actualizing your potential by being uniquely yourself, your unique intentions, your unique creativity, your unique sense of what is possible and the way that you view reality. When that all comes together, you are unstoppable. I feel like wellness is the same. I happen to follow a diet that saved my life. That's an autoimmune type diet. And I don't think I will ever not follow it because it really works for me and it makes me feel amazing. Now, for you, it might be that you are a vegan, or you are paleo, or you are just, you eat whatever you want. Whatever it is, if you're doing it, it makes you feel amazing and it doesn't make you feel rigid and it doesn't make you feel deprived, incredible. Like, let it support you. It's not just about what you eat, though. And it's not just about how you exercise. This is something that I think is the brilliance of Virgo influence. My friend just arrived in town from Chicago, and her grandma was turning 104 years old, which is incredible. And her grandmother's really with it. And she's really, really spunky, and she's very, very sparkly. And she is surrounded by incredible people. She lives surrounded by beautiful nature. She has a really supportive home environment with great energy. She's got great people around her. She draws every day. She's active every day, not excessively so, but she also has meals cooked for her every day, which include things like Spam and hot dogs. And she's for years and years and years and years and years. And she has giant tubs of ice cream every day. And she doesn't eat the whole tub, but she has lots of ice cream every day. She has lots of chocolate cake and desserts and all sorts of things that you wouldn't associate with wellness necessarily. But it's balanced. And yes, does she eat well? Otherwise, sure. But it's not perfect. She's 104 and she's amazing. And that's incredible. And it has a lot to do with the full wellness picture. So let's talk about that for a minute and how you can bring more of that energy to your life, looking at a full picture of wellness. So there's your emotional well-being, of course, prioritizing more joy, feeling better about yourself, feeling better every day in terms of your mood, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being. How can you put joy as more of a priority and mental health as a huge priority? What would that mean? What would that look like? For you, it might be that it has everything to do with your creativity. That could be something that's really lagging in your life where you don't feel it yet. You don't feel that creative spark. And that could be the thing that just blows the lid off your life, is getting into creativity, a creative practice, something that you do for you. Drawing, sketching, painting, dancing, writing, whatever it is, you're doing it for you and you're doing it on a regular basis. It's fueling you. Another thing that you might think about doing, which I think in terms of wellness can be very revolutionary, is think about all the ways that you can prioritize having energy around you that supports you. So your home care is your personal care. So everything you do in your home can either be a drudgery or it can be life-changing. There's two ways to look at everything, right? Virgo new moon is about fresh, expanded perspective. So if cleaning the house is drudgery for you, now let's make it expansive for you. If doing the dishes is something that you despise, think of it as a form of supporting your life in beautiful ways. And actually cleaning your house can be huge creative inspiration. It's very, very powerful. It's also creating fresh energy. All the things you do to support your home and show it love will in turn support you and your wellness. Nature is another huge part of your wellness, staying in communication with nature. There's a whole huge, we'll say, it's a cultural phenomenon or a cultural practice in Japan called Shirin-yoku, which is forest bathing. And every time I go to Japan, there is a forest where I stay, and you go wandering off into the forest, and it's just majestic and it feels so good, and it changes your perspective almost immediately. And so what was, as forest bathing has been studied over time, it's been shown to lower people's blood pressure to do this, to completely decrease stress levels, to clear people's minds, help them feel more mentally well, boost their mood, and even elevate their immune systems. This is all scientific research on just being in a forest. The same thing for any kind of nature, being near trees, being outside. If you can't get outside, bring trees inside, get more plants. Fill your life with more nature energy. And if you can't get out to nature right now for whatever reason, think about ways that you can capture more of that earth energy in terms of being more grounded. So the Virgo energy, again, is grounded, but also inspired. And when you're grounded, you can bring more, magnetically attract more of that inspiration into your life. So where and how can you get more grounded? I just bought a grounding mat. It's actually like way behind me. One of the things I'm organizing and putting away right now, and setting up and doing things with. And when you lay on a grounding mat for a few hours a day, it is thought to connect you to all of the ions that you normally would pick up from laying on the grass or walking barefoot on the grass. So I've been experimenting with that. And the first day I went on the grounding mat, I started tingling everywhere. And I was like, is this okay? And I looked it up, and it's actually a very common reaction when your circulation is increasing because you're doing so much grounding. I was fascinated. I can't wait to actually do a proper video about my experience using the grounding mat. I'm going to do it very systematically so I can tell you what I've actually observed and things that have changed. But if you've ever done this, please let me know, because I think it's phenomenal. So all this wellness picture is so important to paint, because if you do nothing more for this new moon on Monday and Tuesday, and anytime you're watching this video, then create a more comprehensive view of wellness for yourself, free of guilt, free of shaming yourself, free of judging yourself. As someone who had an eating disorder for 10 years, in her past 10 years, which I sometimes barely remember because I was so gone in so many ways, I can tell you that, this quest for perfection is so, I thought in some ways it had such a hold on me, and it was so much of me that was lost to what started as a quest for perfection that took me over. And I'm not simplifying all of that or what that was like, but it's about taking perfection out of well-being and understanding that well-being is all the things. And now we're going to talk about mindset, because it's the same. When we talk about energy and mindset, it's not about high vibes only. It's not about good vibes only. It's about all the things, feeling all the emotions. If you really want to have a high frequency magnetic life, you got to feel everything. Even the things that just break your heart are so important, because that's going to help you to expand and connect and bring more of you to the table. Feel it all, and you will be more well. And if you need support, find that support. Virgo is this is a healing time, a time of huge growth. Find that support, bring it into your life, connect to groups. There's so many free resources as well. All the things that are going to help you so that you feel better and better and better, not perfect and not aiming for perfect, but really dynamically alive. Now, mindset. Not high vibes only, not good vibes only, but more positive aspects. There's a lot to be said for what you see. If you look at something and you see everything that's wrong, see more of it and more of it and more of it. If you look at something and you see everything that's right, you'll see more of it and more of it and more of it. It's why we have such a confirmation bias, right? If you listen to the news with someone who doesn't share your views, they are looking at it, looking for all the things wrong, and you're looking at it, looking for all the things right, or vice versa. And you'll see the same information and process it totally differently. What you're expecting, what you're looking for, you will see. So Abraham Hicks has this amazing exercise where you grab yourself a notebook. It's called the Book of Positive Aspects, if you've heard her talk about it. Esther Hicks talk about it. You grab a notebook, call it your Book of Positive Aspects. And you basically, as it was explained, I've heard her explain it or heard Abraham explain it in multiple ways. But the way that really resonated with me was to sit down and every day just write out positive aspects of life and spend some time doing it, even if it's a few minutes a day. I've heard her once say, start with 20 minutes at first of every positive aspect of everything in your life, everyone you love, everything around you, everything about you, and then come back to it every day and keep adding positive aspects and making new lists and lists and lists of positive aspects. I'm telling you, when I do this, when I've fallen into seeing more that's wrong than what's right, when I start doing this, it's instant shift in awareness. There have been positive psychologists who've done similar types of experiments and developed types of methodologies to do this. And they have found scientifically that people, their moods change, their expectations change, their IQ even increases, their focus, their concentration. I mean, it's brilliant. Positive aspects. Another thing you can do to tune into a more upgraded mindset is to play games. Do things that are fun, that challenge you. It's great for your mind and that energy when you're solving a puzzle or doing a crossword. I'm a sudoku junkie. I don't know if any of you have played sudoku, but once you start and you like it, you can't stop. And I've been doing the New York Times hard sudoku, and it's been taking me about an hour and a half, and I take breaks because I get really intense about it. And when I solve one, I'm telling you that energy flows through my day in the most rapid fire ways. Whatever you do, you're training yourself, you're training your attention, you're putting energy into your energetic field. And so if you're tuned to finding solutions, how do you think you're going to show up for the day? Finding solutions, making things happen. If you're tuned to, reading and ingesting a lot of things that maybe you have to think about or that weigh you down, then you go out into the day and you say, oh, things are wrong. This is bad. I'm not suggesting burying your head in the sand, but I'm saying balance things out by putting your mind in a more solution-oriented, positive way and practice that. It's going to make a really big difference. I promise. It's awesome. So whatever it is that thrills you, get into it, embrace it, and see how that really fuels you. Now, in your home, as you're doing all of this, you might have already thought of bringing in more plants, bringing in more nature, something like this. But in your home, just organize a little bit more. Organize so that things work for you. How would things flow better for you? Would things work better for you if your pantry was reorganized? I had a realization that things would work a lot better for me. To give you an example, things would work better for me in terms of my day and having snacks if all the fruit, I get so much fruit at the start of the week. It's like one of the things that I love to have in the end of summer. And all the melons and all the things were all cut up at once. So I didn't have to stop my day and take a whole watermelon apart. So just having a container, getting it all ready, doing all of that is such a simple organizational thing, but it makes things so easy. Now, throughout the day, for 4 days, I have all of this stuff at my fingertips. It makes it simple. That's a really small example, and you can apply it to just about anything. Organizing your bathroom so your toiletries for your morning routine, your evening routine are easy to find. Organizing your makeup so you can actually find it and put it on. Organizing your your wallet, organizing your computer, anything that's going to upgrade how you operate so that you don't have to stop yourself. The idea here, and I'm about to do a video, I think tomorrow I'll put it up or the next day, on the flow state, the state of your genius. And if you want to live in more of the flow state of your genius, you don't want to be constantly interrupted by, where did I put that pen? Where is this thing? How many of you get interrupted all the time by stuff? And you're like, oh no, I have to stop now. Where is this? Where did I put this? Where did I put this file? You don't want to do that, because then you got to get all the way back into your zone again. When you're organized, you can really make expansion a real thing for yourself, where things just keep on flowing. The idea of this Virgo time is to just bring everything into focus so it supports your greatness. It supports your genius. So I am thrilled about all of this. Bring more flow to your home in all ways. Think about other ways that you can bring more flowing energy. If it's been stuffy or humid, maybe you get a dehumidifier or an air purifier. We have fires here and humidity, and it's just all sorts of things. I'm getting a dehumidifier. I have an air purifier. I have fans. I have windows open, all sorts of things to both get the flow going, purify things. It makes a big difference, huge difference. For you, it might be turning on a fan. For you, it might be turning on some watery, flowy music that makes you feel like you're really in a space where everything is just working out. The ultimate Virgo energy feeling is being grounded, yet motivated and inspired, not sort of grounded and stable, like in one place, grounded and motivated and inspired, and feeling a flow where you know amazing things are going to happen. It's beyond like a confidence, or it's certainly not an arrogance. It's a knowing. You just know within yourself. No one else has to agree with you. You know. In fact, you don't even have to share it with anyone. You just know. Amazing things are on the way. Amazing things are happening for me. Amazing things are here. And it's like your power center. You feel it in your core. You feel it in your gut. You feel it all around you. You feel stronger, and you feel really reinforced in every way. And all that emphasis on expanding wellness and letting go of all that perfection and self-criticism, and bringing yourself into a space where you can thrive as you is everything. So this moon is also about creative awakening. And as I said, wellness and creativity are intimately combined. And in addition to wellness and creativity being intimately combined, you can think about all the ways that you can activate more creative leaps in your life. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to master? We're going to talk about a wish list in just a second, but creatively speaking, where can you put yourself out there? So at the beginning of the year, it was a commitment that I made to do these lives. And I'm so glad I do, because they've been so rewarding. And I'm sorry I didn't give you advance notice for this one, but they're so rewarding. And it feels like just there's such a beautiful dialogue that I have with all of you. I feel like I'm getting to know all of you really well. And thank you all for being here and watching. This was an outlet that really spoke to me. Now it's like new creative leaps. Where can you communicate? You might want to start your own YouTube channel. You might want to start a podcast. You might want to do a blog. You might want to write a book. Now is the time to think about, where can I communicate, even just speaking up more clearly, more accurately, more sharply. I recently did an interview with someone, and it was a very short interview, and yet a brilliant little article was written, which I was so honored to read. But I realized that as I was speaking, I wasn't as crisp and clear about the details. So I had to correct several words that I said. And I was like, that's a sign that I need to be even more crisp and clear. And all of that clarity comes easily when you're in that order around you, when you have more organization. I'm so excited to have these organizational projects done at home because I think it's going to be game changing, and it will be game changing for you. Now, your wish list for this new moon. Make it comprehensive, make it expansive. So your wish list for this new moon can be the wish list that really takes the lid off life. So I really want you to go broad with this wish list. What do I mean by that? So instead of just this month, I'm going to make this amount of money, I'm going to have this thing happen, I'm going to get this new job, I'm going to, these concrete, I'm going to finish X project, all of those things put on your intention list. Absolutely. But I want you to think even broader. Just like we thought broader about wellness, think even broader from a fresh, innovative perspective about what you want to create. How do you want to feel every day? How are you going to celebrate what you do? What do you want to eat? What do you want to experience? What new recipes do you want to try? What restaurants do you want to go to? What is it that you want to have happen in terms of your wellness, your well-being? Who do you want to help? How do you want to contribute? All the things. Look at things from every angle. What do you want to learn? This is an exceptional time for learning and mastery. Virgos like to master things. So if there's a skill, if there's something that you're interested in, right now, the School of Intention, the Professional Feng Shui School, is starting soon. And in the description box, there's a link for details if you want to become a Feng Shui professional. There's also a link below for the Cash Camp, which is the Feng Shui Money Camp, which is starting in October. And the free videos start soon, and it is amazing. And it could just help you to expand into all the abundance. So think in terms of where you want to explore, what you want to learn, what you want to upgrade. Put all those upgrades for your house on your list. If you want to paint a wall or clean out a closet, put it all on that wish list. And don't just let the wish list sit there. This time, really bring it to life in more innovative ways. So it could be a great time to do a vision board. It could be a great time to grab a big poster board, find pictures, paste them up, and that can be amazing. It could be a great time to do something innovative in terms of your affirmations. So maybe you read the list out loud every day and affirm with each one that you are doing it. I am, at my dream job. I am celebrating by watching my favorite movies every night. I am, and just affirm each thing on your list out loud. Let it be voiced. Again, this is expressive time. You might even want to close your eyes and visualize each one and see it all coming to life. All of these things can help to activate all this energy in your life. And that's so powerful. And then, of course, get ready to bring it to life. We get more of what we expect. We will expect more when we feel better within ourselves. So this whole time is about feeling better and better and better, making upgrades, not from a place of judgment or criticism, but from a place of expansion. Remember, this whole feng shui method is creativity, infinite possibility, and intention. That's what this moon is. Creativity, infinite possibility, and intention. All of it thrives when there's no resistance, when there's no stress and pressure. Let it flow. Let amazing things come. Let amazing people show up. Let things drop out of the blue. Again, the Uranus energy is promising to give us all the most positive, affirmative, abundant surprises. So let it all come in and enjoy all of this immensely. I am super, super grateful for all of you for being here. If you have questions, comments, you can always leave them below. And again, the free Wealth Feng Shui video series, you could sign up and get on the wait list for that below. And if you want to join us in the school, the link is below. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Hmm.